rainy day here in Vancouver. We're out here giving it a try, see if we can give it some resemblance of a show. Give it our best shot. So, just gonna, as I say, it's been a while since we've been out here, so we got squeaky, got a bit rusty, and we're just gonna, as I say, give it our best, see how long we can run the show for. It is a wet, rainy day. We're into the wet doldrums here in Vancouver. We are on runway 26, which is nice. Powering off a wet runway is always nice to see, despite the weather. Back-to-back departures here. Back-to-back departures. Where are we? Okay, Gerard, welcome to the show. You can see there's several of you here. We'll run the show as long as I can. A couple hours, hopefully, but it might be shorter if the weather packs it in. Just have to play it by ear, but it's the morning departure rush right now, so it's back and forth, back and forth. Diggers are back, as you can see. Diggers are back. Hello, Houston, Texas, Anika, One Avgeek Girl, and Audrey. Welcome to the show, guys. Nice to see you all. As I say, we're going to do the best we can, given the weather conditions. The weather forecast is for a slight break in the weather, just an hour or two break between the rain, so that's why we're here now. That's why we decided to give it a try. So we're here. We haven't been to the airport, the land airport here since, I guess, June or May, something like that. It's been a while because we've been at the float base downtown for the summer to mix things up. It is busy here, One Avgeek Girl. Absolutely. Hello, Anika. Hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you in a while, Anika. Hope everything is well with yourself. Q400 taxing. Well, actually powering up for departure. Busy right now. Nice rotation on the Q400. Vapor coming off the tip blades too, which is kind of nice. And it's a lot of back and forth because it's non-stop departures every 20 seconds at this point. Max turning on to the active. Hello, Etienne. Nice to see you. And Rob Giles from Plymouth, UK. You can see it's a wet and soggy day here in Vancouver. The wet winter weather has presented itself, and it is what it is. But we're just going to make the best of it and come out whenever we can, try to do the best. By the way, mark your calendars. Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show is coming up in just a few weeks now. Well, about maybe 3 weeks. It's on Sunday, 26th of October, the Vancouver Aviation Collectible Fair. I've got 2 tables booked at the fair, so lots of aviation collectibles will be on sale, trade, offer. It's going to be a great day. The Vancouver Aviation Collectible show here in Richmond on Sunday, October 26, 2026. 25, I should say. Getting my 6s and 5s mixed up. Wow. Hello, Gordon Ritchie, joining us from southern Manitoba. Yeah, well, as you can see, we've got cloud and rain here in Vancouver. There's still a Convair sitting there, but I'm not sure if it's in service. I'm not sure if it's in service anymore. I think the ATRs have pretty much taken over the Purolator flying. Navajo, Nisku Air, taking off, heading to Qualicum Beach. Nice to see the Navajo. Always nice to see the Navajo. Across the water to Qualicum Beach, just north of Parksville on Vancouver Island. Gear up. Nice climb out on the Navajo, the Piper Navajo. There's the terminal building, and our WestJet is getting ready to depart. Well, very good, Houston. Glad to hear that. Houston, Texas says, we'd love to have some rainy, cool weather. You're ready. And home, Michael Walker. Yeah, nice to be back at YVR. So we took a break. We were at the float base. The WestJet on the roll. Rolling Thunder. Time. Lots of back and forth because it is so darn busy. Lots of back and forth, so yeah, it's nice to be back. I mean, I enjoyed the float plane action from our harbor because it was different and gave me a break from our Vancouver Airport shows. Taxing out, and we got another Boeing turning onto the active. So it's all back and forth here at this location. A320. Yeah, I was at the Toronto Aviation show this past weekend, and it was absolutely fantastic. Okay, one Avgate girl, thanks for your help this morning. Appreciate it. You have good morning. We'll speak to you later, one Avgate girl. We'll be fine. We should be fine. Bye for now, one Avgate girl. It was good to see you here. Yeah, so as I say, we're into the rainy, wet doldrums here in Vancouver, and it's right now just a little 1 or 2 hour break between the rain, so that's why we came out here to lay this show on, just to make an appearance, say hello, and better than nothing. just here for some action. See what we can do. Hello, Tim H. Would you go back and the seaplanes in the harbor? Yes, I'll go back, Tim. It'll be next summer that we'll go back to the harbor again. So probably next June or July we'll be back at the harbor. That's the plan. There's a C-Series taxiing out. They're nice looking airplanes, aren't they? Hello, Michael. Last Shook, nice to see you. He splurged a few weeks ago and stayed at the Fairmont. Wow, fantastic. Yeah, that sounds like a very, very nice splurge. Not something I've ever done, but definitely would like to do it one day. Fairmont, right there, that's the Fairmont. Beautiful, absolutely fantastic. Glad you got to have some fantastic spotting there. Central Mountain turning onto the active. Dash 8, old school taking off. Central Mountain Air. There's the rotation. Nice gear tuck. Nice stuff. Beautiful. And have you ever seen an airplane going backwards before? If not, here's your chance. There's the airplane going backwards. Vancouver special. To see this only in Vancouver. Well, I guess a few other places where they have float planes, Alaska, Seattle. Yeah, airplane going backwards. Push me, pull you. There's our C-Series taxiing out. Canadair 220. Oh, we got a Learjet landing here. Classic Learjet. Buckets. Buckets and buckets. Well, Father Norman, welcome to the show, Father Norman. I hope you're doing well. And Tony Rivers, welcome to the show. We don't know how long this show is going to last for, just because of the weather, so we're going to play it by ear. So, we'll see how it goes. As I say, the weather has turned to the winter pattern. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Father. You've had a very difficult 6 months. My prayers and wishes, best wishes, are with you. That the next weeks and months will be much better for you. So yeah, as I say, my prayers and best wishes are definitely with you for that. Better days ahead. W. Welcome to the show. There's our C-Series, patiently waiting. My sister is going on flare from Calgary. She'll be arriving at 1:30. No, I won't be here then, unfortunately. Definitely not going to be here. I'm sorry to tell you that. I'll be here for maybe an hour, if we're lucky, if the weather can hold out. Something like that. We're just here in between the weather systems. And it's a rainy day today. So I will not be here at 1 o'clock. Long-term memories are, being out here at this airport, in this location, when I was a kid, and that smell triggers, memories from decades ago, being here. It's funny how smells and scents can trigger memories, distant memories. So that smell of burnt kerosene for me brings back early memories from Vancouver Airport. I've been coming to this airport since 1967. So, David W., good morning. Glad that you're able to catch one of our streams here today, this morning. That's nice to see you back. Okay, I am glad to hear that. You and your son, who started kindergarten, you watch the streams in the evening. That's wonderful to hear. Wonderful to hear. Here goes a Saab 340 on the roll. Nice departure. BizJet taxing in as well. Indeed, Father Norman, yes, I'm very much wishing you all the best. Absolutely. Absolutely. Air Canada turning on to the active. Dreamliner, our first heavy movement of the morning. Nice to see. Nice to see. Yes. I did bring the radio with me, but I might run it in a bit. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Just waiting for the Air Canada to. There we go. I think they're rolling. Brakes have been released. Brakes have been. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Max thrust. Oh, that's something. That's something. Excellent. That was cool. What a WestJet Q400 turning onto the active here. Behind the digger. The diggers are back, right? They just couldn't help themselves. They just had to come back. See, the morning traffic is still quite brisk on the bridge in the background there. The Arthur Lang Bridge is still pretty busy. Morning commuters. And we're lucky, right? I'd say we are lucky because I wasn't expecting to be able to come out to do the show this morning just because of the forecast. Yesterday was not looking good at all, but there is a break in the weather just for a few hours, and we're here taking advantage of it. So that is a very lucky break, in my opinion. Takeoff. We've got a nice takeoff. Oh, here comes a that. What is this a citation? I think it is. Those are you BizJet. Oh, it belongs to Helijet. So look at that. Isn't that a beautiful looking piece of kit? Very nice. Look at the tail. Huge tail fairing there at the top. That round, that whatever section where the stabs meet the tail. Very chunky. We've got another Central Mountain departure, which I'll quickly point the camera to so we don't miss it. Okay, we got takeoff. Excellent. 2 for 1. Very groovy color scheme on the Helijet. Yeah, the tail, the top of the tail has, this is what I'm talking about, very funny look to it, in my opinion. Very strange. And WestJet is turning on to the active. Right there. Glad to hear that, David, that he absolutely enjoys the streams and he's learning a lot about airplanes. That's wonderful. That is wonderful to read. We can inspire young people to take up the hobby. What a nice thing. So we're just waiting for WestJet to get underway. We've had a good burst of activity to start the show, which is nice. Go. WestJet's powering up for departure. heavy. Beach 1900 turning on to the active. There, Beach 1900B, I should say. Oh, hang on. It's about missed it. And another Navajo sitting under the active, I believe. Zip camera down there. Yeah, looks like a oh, yeah, it is a Navajo behind the digger. Another Navajo with winglets, no less. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. There it goes. Looks strange with the winglets. I'm more of a purist myself, so I prefer the airplane without the winglets. Oh, look at that. Leaps into the air boldly, with purpose. Thinking of flying on WestJet to Vancouver in January. WestJet, it's a nice airline to try. I've never flown them transatlantic. I'm sure that would be an interesting experience. And Hello, Donna Davey. Good morning. And Stu Lee, nice to see you all joining our show. Clay, welcome to the show. I hope our new joiners are doing well and you have had a good week. Yeah, Air Canada triple's always nice. Very nice to see the 777-300ER. I don't have my other phone, which powers my radar app to tell me where the flights are going, so I'm operating a little bit blind today. So that's why I'm unable to tell you the flight numbers and where these airplanes are going. So I do apologize for that. Short sight today on our show. Max on the roll. Zoom in. C'est ma vie. Yes, good morning, Clay. And yes, Lady Di, welcome to the show as well. Hope I haven't missed anybody. For those of you joining us now, just so everybody knows, the weather here has been very bad. It was supposed to be rainy, and we've got a bit of a break. We've got an hour or two break, a lull between the rains, so to speak. So that's why we're out here. No pun intended, soaking up the action. Gear up. Okay, well, building, save up, I'm not gonna struggle on that. We've got another Saab 340 actually on the roll right now. Lots of back and forth on this show, back and forth, so might be a good idea to be strapped into your chair if you're prone to motion sickness. This past weekend I was at the Aviation show in Toronto and it was absolutely fantastic. Aviation Collectible show was at the Polish Community Center. And they had over 70 tables, I believe. It was a very large show. One of the largest shows in North America, actually. And I had a friend of mine from Atlanta with me at the show. And he said, oh yeah, it was a much bigger show than Atlanta. And he was at Atlanta on the Saturday. So he flew up after the Atlanta show. And was just impressed with how big our show was here in Canada. So kudos to Canada for putting on a very big aviation collectible show. Kudos to Canada. Yeah, here in Canada we're able to stage a very big aviation collectible show. Too bad there's no ident on the Otter. We've got our Dreamliner, or not our Dreamliner, our triple turning onto the active, and I don't think they're going to waste any time. Maybe they are. Maybe they're going to dilly-dally for a little bit. We'll see. There we go. That's cool. neat. Okay, we can watch for it. We can watch for the rotation. It should be right around there. We'll do a quick follow out on that. Hello, airplane fan. Thanks for the live. My pleasure. My pleasure. There's the climb. Hello, John Cedrus. Welcome to the show. And EO, welcome to the show. I wish there could be classic jetliners. Yeah, that's a thing of the past. No more DC-8 707s, 727s. Yeah, they're history, sadly. WestJet Q400 lined up on the button. 08 or 26, I should say. What am I talking about? 08. You can see the weather. How we've got in the background there. The buildings are shrouded in mist. They're rolling. Q400 showtime. Climb out. Very nice climb out. The building didn't block the shot, which was kind of nice, if I dare say so. Oh, back to terra firma. Oh, the battery's collapsing very quickly, folks. I'm doing a battery change right now because the battery has just collapsed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're doing a battery change. We are doing a battery change. I'll be back in 1 second here. Just give me a second. We're doing a battery change. So I'll be back shortly. Battery change completed. So caught it just in the nick of time. Because of the cold weather, we have these rapid battery collapses. Look at this, guys. Wow. Right here before our very eyes, WestJet dragging a Boeing out. Right before our very eyes. Beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that nice? I like that. That is so nice to see. Okay, let's get back to business. Nice. It's a 777-200. They're getting rarer, but Air Canada still operates them, as you can see. It's kind of neat. My pleasure. Airplane live for the live show. Great condensation rings in the engine intakes. That's cool looking, isn't it? That's very neat. Let's see if we can have a little bit of a view here of the climb out on the triple. It should present itself right around there. Yeah, the condensation's cool on the engines and whatnot. Very neat. We've got more airplanes coming out. We've got more where they came from. We've got more where they came from. Wow, it's nice. Yeah, okay, John Hume, good to see the triples being used on domestic. Yeah, I figured it was domestic flight. I know they do operate down to Australia. So they've been into Sydney, Brisbane. Paula says, if I do fly westward, it's to Calgary and then on to Vancouver. And hello, Andy O'Shea. Greetings from the Kingdom of Bahrain. I think you're probably our first person to view our show from Bahrain. So congratulations on that accolade, I must say. Thank you very much, Paula, for sharing the show on Facebook. And Clayton says, caravan. Yes, the caravan is about to depart. They're called little ugly ducklings, these things. They're quite ugly, but they do fly. Aircraft design that only, well, it fits the utility, right? I mean, to haul a lot of cube without burning much gas. Short view. Short view. And over to the active Q400 lined up right about there. So I'd like to have that guy's job in the checkered car. You just sit in your car all day long and watch airplanes. Get paid $40 an hour. Sounds like a good deal to me. So Donna Davies tells us that that airplane was heading to Nanaimo. Thank you very much, Donna, for the heads up on that. Appreciate it. Yeah. Focus, please. Okay. Nice. Nicely done. We've got a Embraer taxiing out. Looks like it's Porter. And back down to the button of the active. WestJet 37 turning on. right there. Getting ready to rock and roll. Hello, Python. Welcome to the show. Better late than never. No problem. Okay, and beach 1900 time. Look at the clouds. Central Mountain Air Cargo Bird. Bus time now. Yeah, look at the see, there's a localized cloud system just kind of right there, right? See that? Not very big, but it is a localized cloud system. Just don't want any of that stuff coming our way anytime soon. Rev1 Kev, congratulations, Rev1 Kev, member for 16 months. A320 turning on to the active. Stuff. Okay. Yes, Mr. Buzzsaw. Indeed. Yeah, nice to have you for 16 months. Congratulations, Rev1 Kev. That's absolutely fantastic. Appreciate that very long time support. Wow. Wow. Looks like we've got a little bit of a lull. Maybe. Slight lull in the action. Time to put Mug on camera. Welcome everybody to the show. Welcome to the show, everybody. I've got my new turkey hat. I was in Istanbul few weeks ago, so picked up a very nice ball cap. Looks fantastic. I like it a lot. So this past weekend I was in Toronto for the Aviation show in Toronto. It was absolutely fantastic. Over 70 tables. I'd say it's one of the biggest airline collectible shows in North America, aside from the annual Airliners International. So us here in Canada, we boast with great pride that we stage one of the biggest non-annual Airliners International collectible shows in North America. And that show happens twice a year. I was super impressed. Definitely will make best efforts to attend that show in the coming months and years ahead. So yes, the Toronto Aviation show is absolutely terrific. And 20 out of 10 to everybody that was involved in organizing that show. We've got the Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show coming up here just a few weeks away. It's on Sunday, the 26th of September. What the heck? It's on Sunday, the 26th of October, the Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show. That's going to be good too. I'll have tables at that show with all kinds of goods, books, slides, postcards, ephemera, printed matter, pins, you name it. I'll have it for sale. And if you have any aircraft display models that you'd like to sell or trade, or you have any old collections of aircraft slides, feel free to stop by my table and have a chat with me. I also purchase collections of safety cards. So yes, Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show, mark your calendars. Sunday, the 26th of September. I keep saying September. I need to smack myself. That's very frustrating. It is the 26th of October. You can Google it and get the full show details, and look forward to seeing people there at that show. So if you're here in Vancouver, definitely plan to attend the Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show. It's actually here in Richmond. It's at the old Airport Inn on Edwards, just off the freeway by the entrance to the Oak Street Bridge. So that was the old Airport Inn. It was built in the early 1960s, and I'm not sure how they brand it right now, but it's that hotel. Good to be here. We've got a lull in the weather. It's been really wet, and we've got just an hour or two where the systems have given us a break, a parting in the wet conditions for us to be able to be out here and have our show. So I thought I'd come out to the South Terminal. We're on runway 26, which lends itself to good action for the departures. We were all summer at the downtown float base. So for the months of June, July, August, we staged our shows at the float base, and I thought that was the thing to do, just to mix things up. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed those shows. Next summer, God willing, we'll be back at the float base as well. So that will be our tentative plan. Hope everybody's doing well, and that's about it. That's what I can tell you. That's the update. No major aviation news that I can think of apart from the collectible shows. And temperature is about 10 degrees right now. The wind is calm, and runway 26 left for takeoffs, which is where we're standing right now at the South Terminal, Vancouver South Terminal, and runway 26 right for landing. So that's the State of the Union. I'll climb into my spot behind the camera, and we'll continue the show. So I just wanted to give everybody a welcome to the show, and now that we've got that done, we can scour the airfield and see what we can find. There we go. Hello, Gary. Welcome to the show. And Surly Dev, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining. Robin Giles, welcome to the show as well. Let's have a look at the main terminal building. Q400 turning out of the parking stand. Maybe it's starting engines. Yes. You guys are talking about time zones. Hello, Ken N. Ken, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed the float plane action this past summer. I enjoyed it too. It's always a must visit, absolutely. And yes, indeed, next summer we'll go back to the float base as well. So there's a Q400 coming out. Yeah, it was good. And then Sunwing, yeah, that's a WestJet. If you saw a Sunwing, yeah, that's operating. WestJet bought them, so I guess they just haven't. Yeah, right there's the Sunwing. So yeah, just operating for WestJet. They haven't painted the airplane yet, but it is 100% WestJet. No more Sunwing. They just haven't put out the money to paint the airplane. It's big bucks. So in time they'll get those airplanes painted when they're more in need of a paint job. cargo jets in the background. I'm just trying to think what else I can tell you guys. Generally okay here in Vancouver. Just that the weather has certainly turned. It's not shorts and t-shirt weather anymore unless you're out of your mind. And you want to catch a cold. So I guess it's our next departure. It's WestJet. In the background, as I call them. Purelator. We've got a Beach 1900 here. Coming our way. So just landed. Must have snuck in. Hello, JB Alberta. Welcome to the show. Watching us on the big screen. That's very nice. Yes, it'll be raining within an hour, apparently, according to the fair forecast. That is correct. Oddball color scheme here on the Pacific Coastal. Oddball colors. It's the Reggie PCO. Okay. Yeah, it's a new airplane for them. Hang on, we've got something turning on to the active. Let's have a look. I saw something on the active there. Yeah, it's the Flying Pencil, our Metroliner. It's not on the active, it's actually just taxiing out for departure. Strange looking airplane. on us once again. Sweet smell. PC-12 Pilatus. Strange looking airplane. Looks like a drover. Hello, Jim Jam birds. Up into the wild gray yonder. Yes, indeed. Yeah, one AvGeek girl. Oh, she's back. Okay, one AvGeek girl's back and forth this morning. Yeah, why did the Pilatus cross the field? It's a strange looking airplane. It has a funny snout on it, like a drover, which is an Australian airplane from the 50s or 60s. The drover. Strange, very strange. Jet. Again, I'll keep plugging it. Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show coming up Sunday, 26th of October. I'll be there with some tables loaded to max break release weight with all kinds of aviation goodies for sale. Books, stickers, pins, photos. You name it. I'll have a lot of stuff. Framed photos. A lot for sale. There'll be a lot of neat collectibles for sale at the show. Timetables, postcards, if I didn't say them already. Doing spotters dressed as airline workers, lucky devils. yeah, we've got maybe an hour or two is what the weather forecast called for in terms of a break between the systems. Focus. Hocus pocus focus. There we go. Ah, there we go. It's back. Back razor sharp focus. We're lucky. We are very lucky that we've got this break. Hello, Alan. Yes, Alan, I would be very interested. You have slides from Kurmaksar. Yes, that was an RAF base. Definitely. Yeah, if you can find those slides, that would be amazing. Please do let me know. I could make even depending on the slides, I can make a video report on them as well. So the Hong Kong Kai Tak video that I uploaded a few weeks ago, those are slides that somebody had found, or a few people had found, and I put together in a video. So yeah, Kurmaksar Airport was an RAF base for some decades, actually, in the Middle East. And they had various airplanes based there back in the day. So yeah, if you could find those, Alan, that would be incredible. Please do let me know. That would be amazing. Hello, Robbie Batista, welcome to the show. And Hans Olaf Mork, welcome to the show as well. Here goes our flying pencil, or Metro. Funny landing gear on it, aren't they? Yeah, it's a neat looking airplane, the Metroliner. It's different. Very different. Wow, congratulations, Hans Olaf Mork, for 3 months membership. Hans says, hello, Henry. Is there any cargo jet departures today? I'm sure there is. We had one as I was setting up the show. The 757 departed at about 8:45. The 757. We missed it, but we had that departure. So I'm not sure that there won't be any during our show right now, but they did have a departure at about an hour and 15 minutes ago. They had the 757 depart, one of their 75s. So too bad that we missed it. Here comes the Sunwing bird. Alan says, I'd be interested to see what planes people have flown on. I lost mine in the comments of Hong Kong video. Well, I was born in '64, so I've had some old airplane rides, you know, various DC-8s, 707s, Viscount, Vanguard, Electra, of course all of the old classic, you know, the 737s, DC-9s, 727s, tons of that, Convair 580, Convair 640, Martin Mars. That's my rarest aircraft type, I'd say. It's my flight in the Martin Mars. My claim to fame. Hello, Robin Giles. In 1967, flew to Hong Kong in a Britannia. Yeah, oh boy. That's before my time, unfortunately. The Britannias. Would love to have had a Britannia flight. Surly Dev says, do they fly the 747s Lufthansa into Vancouver? Yeah, they do. Mixture of 747s and A340s. for the winter. Mostly A340s though, but they do fly the 47s in. I've seen them in the not too distant past. But I think right now it's mostly A340 flights. They fly the A340 into Seattle as well. I know that. With Lufthansa. Yeah, Britannia flight, that would be something else. Same with a Comet flight. Comet flight would be amazing as well. Hang on. Let's get that out of the line of sight. There we go, it's better. Oh, BizJet. Excellent. BizJet time. Gase. Sea Gase. Nice departure. Nice. If I dare say so. Okay, back to WestJet. WestJet's waiting for the BizJet to clear the runway area, and then they can get underway as well. That was cool. And Robin Giles says, yeah, we stopped in Istanbul and Bombay on the way. It took forever, and then back. But the trip of a lifetime. What airline was it, Robin? Was it British Eagle? Was it BOAC? What was your Britannia? Do you remember what airline it was? I'm guessing it was probably British Eagle. But it could have been BOAC. But I think my bet's on British Eagle. Another Porter aircraft coming out. Okay, Python says they're flying the A350 in right now. Surly Des says, I am... Yeah, are you right? Yes, you are right. They do fly the 747s into Vancouver. Like, as I said, back and forth between 747s and A340s on the Vancouver-Frankfurt run. They pretty much keep it consistent at A350s on the Vancouver-Munich run. Hello, Ernie's Adventures! Joining us from beautiful Barbados. One of my favorite places. I love Barbados. Haven't been there in a while, but I've been there many times. So yes, welcome, Ernie's Adventures. It's great to see you. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. It's been several years since I've been to Barbados, and stayed up at what the heck was on the west coast, halfway up the west coast, near the there's a big grocery store there, the Macy's, a big grocery store halfway up the east coast of Barbados is where we stayed at the Tropical Sunset Hotel. So, but we've stayed in down in Christchurch area as well, numerous times. not too far from Oistins. Definitely love swimming in Carly Bay. One of my favorite beaches in the world, Carly Bay. It's absolutely beautiful. Swimming with the turtles. Yeah, Barbados is a lovely, lovely island. And as I say, we've been there. One Av Geek Girl and I have been there many times between, I'd say, 2014 and 2021. So definitely we love your island, Ernie's. Definitely love your island. It's fabulous. Continental Airlines, looks like they're taxiing out the background there. It's a nice lineup of tails. We've got 2 flares, a Air North, and the Porter. Oh, that looks cool, doesn't it? That looks very neat. I like that. That's a great lineup right there for us. Vancouver lineup. In the meantime, we have a quickly, if I can get to it, we got a lander on the other side. Dreamliner coming in. Nice. Nice. Yeah, our weather is nothing like Barbados, unfortunately. Nothing like Barbados. It's cold and wet here, sadly. Yeah, I meant United. Continental Airlines. United and Continental merged, and they've got the Continental Airlines tail, which is fantastic. Yes, when we were last in Barbados, we stayed in Holetown. That's where we stayed. That was beautiful. We stayed in Holetown on the East Coast. So, yeah, we stayed in Holetown. Fabulous beach. Loved it very, very much. Loved it very much. But as I say, we usually stay down in the Hastings, Christchurch area. And that's lovely as well. It's very close to, just around the corner from Carly Bay. Carlisle Bay, well, they call it Carly Bay. The Hilton Hotel there, Point. If you go further east, you get to Oistins and the famous fish market, which is a nice place to go for dinner. Yeah, I miss Barbados. Definitely miss Barbados. One day we'll get back there for sure. had a good run here. It's just starting to drizzle now, so yeah, it's just, I think I'm not going to push it. I'd like to thank everybody for being here. I don't want to push our luck here, so it's just, the rain's just started right now, so I'm going to pack things up. We'll see how it goes maybe for next week as well. Maybe the weather will be a little bit better, but I'd like to thank everybody for being here with us today. Thank you so very much. Thank you all for your support. I appreciate it very much, and we'll see everybody next week. This allows us to end the show without a rush. Thanks again, everybody. Bye-bye.